brand new Astroneer event is here. This is the AMPP 2025 limited time event, and it brought along some really cool items, recipes and rewards. So if you're only interested in the rewards, here they are. For tier 1 at 160 points you're gonna get the sparkle sight visor, and this looks really good by the way. For tier 2 you're gonna need 480 points and you're gonna get the multifaceted mask, also pretty alright. Then at tier 3 for 1920 points you're gonna get the diamond in the buff palette, and this is the star of the show. I think this looks awesome, especially with this suit that I'm wearing right now. But these are great rewards, and if you want to get them you have to complete the event before the timer runs out on August 31st. So you've got a bunch of time, don't worry about it, this is pretty easy to complete as I'm gonna show you in this video. And if we just call one of these right here, we can start putting stuff on it. Carbon will get you 2 points, Resipound will get you 15 points, and yes, they brought the Resipound back, it's a new recipe and you're gonna need silicone and plastic for it. Each diamond will get you 20 points, each nanocarbon alloy will get you 30 points, and each automaton 009 will get you 48 points, and this is also an old item they brought back. For this you're gonna need Resipound and diamond. If you paid attention to all of this, you might have noticed that automatons are the way to go, because you will use Resipound and diamond to craft them. One Resipound is 15 points, one diamond is 20 points, so if you send them individually they will be 35 points together. But if you craft an automaton with them it's gonna be 48 points, so that's the way to go if you want to complete the event fast, and that's the way I'm gonna go after completing the event. That's right, I'm gonna complete it in this video, but then in the next one I'm gonna build huge automations around the planet to get to 100,000 points. Yes, you heard that right, 100,000 points. Even though you need less than 2,000 to complete the whole event, I want to get the secret tiers and I want to show you what kind of rewards you can expect from those. But we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Now let's see what each item looks like. So first I'll get the carbon, that's pretty easy. You know how this works, you get some organic, you smelt it, and you've got carbon. So this is just gonna be 2 points, I'll throw it on there. The next one is a little bit more complicated because you're gonna need Resipound, and for Resipound you're gonna need plastic and silicone. Plastic is carbon and compound, so there we go. And yes, I've got some nanocarbon alloy prepared as well, because these right here are gonna get me 150 points I think, so that should complete everything pretty fast. We've got our plastic, and then you'll also need some silicone if you want to craft the Resipound, for which you're gonna need resin, quartz and methane. So then here goes the silicone as well, so let's grab both of these from here, and then you can craft the Resipound at a small printer. And yes, I've got the new filters on, but I don't think this is filtered for anything. No, it's not, but the filters are pretty cool, especially for the event. If you want to, you can turn everything off and you're just gonna be left with the Resipound and the automaton, which is gonna be pretty great. So let's throw the Resipound on here as well, that's 15 points as I said. Then we're gonna need a diamond next for 20 points, and one diamond I think takes 2 graphene. Yeah, so we're gonna need some graphene, which is graphite and hydrazine. In the meantime, let's grab a nanocarbon alloy from here and throw it on there, that's 30 points. Great, I've got my graphene, so now let's go ahead and craft 2 diamonds. I'm gonna need one for the diamond and one for the automaton, and the automatons look pretty cool. I also have some of the bigger ones from last year's Christmas event I think. So this is kinda what it's gonna look like. This is the automaton 001 and this is a lot bigger. So let's go ahead and craft one automaton here. I'll also throw the diamond on for 20 points, and this little guy right here is gonna be 48 points. He also has a nice sound effect when you pick him up. So there we go, we've got one of each item on here, and this is gonna come to a total of 115 payload value. We just need 160 to complete the first tier, so let me just throw another quick thing on there. So there we go, this should be enough to complete the first tier and get us the first reward, which is the sparkle sight visor. I'm really curious to see how that looks like, so let's check it out here. And there we go, we've unlocked it. Right down here, the sparkle sight. I'm gonna equip it, and this looks really good. And the effects on it, the sparkling, this is great. Now let's get started on the second tier. And we've also got some rewards for completing the first tier. We've got auto arms and medium resource canisters. So yeah, they want you to use automation for this because it's gonna make it a lot easier for you. I'm just gonna store these on here for now, but I'm definitely gonna start using them in just a bit. Now I think I want to get a carbon farm that's really easy to make, and it's gonna get you a ton of points for not a lot of power really. Oh, and I still have some more rewards, so you can just call them from the last tab here. Let's get all the items that we've got. If you want to complete this event, you're gonna need the EXO request platform. This is pretty easy to get. You just need to unlock it from here, and then it's gonna cost you 2 resin and 1 compound to get at the medium printer. And this will allow you to take part in the AMPP event, which is not only gonna get you some cool visual rewards, but also a lot of items. As you can see, I got more auto arms and more medium resource canisters. And you just wait until you see what the rewards are for the secret tiers, because they're always really awesome. awesome. Then there's also gonna be a mission here, so if you start the event, you're gonna get 1 Resipound and 500 bytes, and this is pretty cool because you can just grab it and use it straight away. Now, I've got some extra Resipound on here, so I'm just gonna throw it on top. You can also use medium canisters to send multiple items at the same time, so this will go by extremely fast. Now I just need 100 more and I'm gonna complete tier 2 as well. Alright, so I made a ton of graphene. Now it's time to turn them into diamonds, and then I'm gonna combine them with the Resipound to make a bunch of automatons, and that's gonna help a lot. But right here I'm gonna make my carbon farm. So I've got some really basic seeds. It would have been a lot better if I went to Aatrox to get some seeds that have a higher organic output, but I was lazy, so this is what we've got. I also brought some medium stacked platforms here, so here we go. And then I'm gonna have auto arms on all of these. Only gonna need 2 for this side, so each will have 2 auto arms on it. Oh, and it looks like we got all our diamonds here. I'm gonna take some portable smelters, and then I'll store all the carbon in some medium resource canisters that I can just place on top of there. That's gonna make it extremely easy. Let's not send all our Resipound because I'm gonna need some of it for crafting. So here we go. I'm just gonna set this on repeat and we should get a lot of automatons. And let's see if I can just put this up there. Nope, nope. And then let's get the nanocarbon on here. I hope it still has enough room. There we go. This is gonna complete the second tier and a little bit extra. And we're gonna be able to see the second reward here. So we've got the multifaceted mask, and I paired it with the visor that we got for the first tier. And yeah, this looks very steampunk-ish. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my hat. Oh, but we got a lot more rewards. So we've got battery, storage sensor, small generator, button repeater. Yeah, they really want to push you into doing automation on this. Got a small solar, a small wind turbine, a battery sensor, and a power sensor. So we've got a little bit of everything. We are really close to the next reward here, but right now I want to finish my carbon farm on this side. And we can place the tappers on the plants because they are fully grown. These are automatically gonna start producing a lot of organic, and in the meantime I'm just gonna plant some more seeds. And I was also trying to figure out if you want to complete the whole event with just one single item. I think all you need is 960 carbon, which shouldn't really be that hard to do, honestly. But let's get some auto arms on here. And you can see these automatically adjust whatever you place underneath. So if I place something higher, it would go higher, but if I just have an auto arm which is pretty low, it will automatically adjust to that. But right now I only have the rewards for tier 1 and 2. So that's why I need to complete tier 3 here. And I guess I'm almost halfway there, but it's gonna be a lot easier once I've got my farm going. And then I might want to get some more diamonds or even some more Resipound. I'm gonna think about it because I've got a lot of resources here and I can do whatever I want. I just don't want to get into very complex automation because, as I said, that's gonna be for the next video, which I'm really excited about. By the way, make sure to like this video if you're enjoying it, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next AMPP video where I'll automate the whole process to get to 100,000 points and complete a bunch of secret tiers. So if you don't want to miss that, please subscribe. It helps me a lot, so thank you very much for doing that. Now let's get back to our things here because I've got my platforms already crafted, and these are gonna hold some of these, the portable smelters. I think 2 on each should be enough. Yeah, I don't want to use all of them, even though I have some more on random platforms around the base. Even though everything's Christmassy, I don't know if you noticed, but everything's decorated for Christmas with all of the toys here. We even have a snowman. Yeah, he's weird. Don't make fun of him, please. I'm just talking about random stuff here, so let's get into this. Let's connect things in here. I'm gonna need some more tappers as well. This is gonna be the storage section right here. We've got 4 of these medium resource canisters, and then we've got our auto arms that are gonna take the carbon. I've got that in the selector slots right here. And now we just need to connect everything to power, which is gonna happen in the back here with a couple extenders, I guess. There we go, we've got power, everything's working, so let's turn these on as well. And they should pretty much reach into here. Well, maybe we need another extender. Now they should reach all the way into these canisters, which are gonna get filled up with carbon. And in the meantime, I need to get some tappers for these as well and some more auto arms. And I'm gonna place multiple tappers on these as well. Make sure they are all turned on. and this is a pretty easy automated farm that you can do. This is definitely gonna help you complete the event a lot faster, and it's not using a lot of advanced materials, so you can even do this early game. If you want to, you can start a new save and complete the event right now. You have 2 months to complete it, so there's really no rush, but I'm already getting some carbon and I've got all the time in the world to do it. And the nice part about this being automated is that I can just focus on doing other things while the event basically completes itself. Or if I want to complete it faster, I can also manually craft other items for the event. Now I want to get some more diamonds, and I've got the graphite, but I don't have enough hydrazine, and that's gonna be solved very easy right here, just doing some quick on the spot automation. So there we go. We can use Astronium to get some hydrazine, and then with just an auto arm that I'm gonna steal from here, there we go, we can have these going like that. And I just need some hydrazine in the selector slot so they don't take anything else. We don't want them taking the Astronium, so I'll just steal some from the shuttle. I'm not gonna need it right now. Oh, this is not full, so I'll steal some from the reserves of the shuttle. There we go. We're gonna have the graphite automatically going on there. I'm just gonna need a little bit extra on here, so we'll just do it like that with a couple more storages. Now I can empty all of the graphite on it, and I'm still gonna have enough room. And yeah, we need to craft the graphene first. I can already start this, so this is why the stacked platforms are really cool. I can just have the large resource canister with Astronium on top, and this is automatically gonna fill it. I'm not gonna build a whole automated setup for sending the trade platform just for this, so I'm just gonna do that manually. And yeah, it goes through it, so this would work better with the trade platform on the top, which I can also do if I just switch it around, but whatever. Now I'm gonna make this canister before holding graphene only, so there we go. Now this is gonna take all the graphene, and once we get some hydrazine on here, we're gonna get crafting. Now here's the trade platform, and we'll take all the hydrazine from there. This is crafting all the graphene, and I'm gonna get to crafting the diamonds in just a bit, and then I'm gonna move over to crafting some Resipound, for which I'm gonna need silicone and plastic. That should also be pretty easy, not a hard recipe at all. Maybe this will make more sense with this on top and this on the bottom, and I just love how this automatically adjusts. So let's send it. If you really want to and want to complete a lot of secret tiers with a setup similar to this, you can also automate your trade platform using a setup like this. I've got a video on it if you want to check it out, but basically you just need some auto arms, you need a count repeater and a storage sensor, just some wires in between, and this will automatically get sent when it's full. It's a pretty easy setup. It takes like 5 minutes to get the resources for all the materials, and then another 5 minutes to build. So in 10 minutes you can have an automated farm that will probably just complete the event for you if you have the Astronium or the scrap. And I'm telling you, these rewards are really worth it so far. I can't wait to unlock the palette for the 3rd tier, because that's gonna be the coolest one. But let's check on this farm right here. Oh, 2 of them are already full, so let's get these sent. And how many points is one of these canisters? I think like 64, something like that. 66 with the one on the top. So let's get that, and this will also come back with some really cool items because I just reached the next threshold. I'm gonna send this one too, and this is going pretty quick, so let's send this again. And here are all the items that I got back. I got a power switch, proximity repeater, what is this, delay repeater, a splitter, another proximity repeater, another power switch, count repeater, and some power extenders. This can be really helpful for any sort of automation that you're doing for this event. And if you need a lot of resources and don't feel like going out on all sorts of planets and grabbing them, and then you can pretty easily complete the whole event with just a scrap farm. I've got one right here, I've got a different one right here that's completely automated, and I've got videos on each and every one of them, including the huge Astronium farm that's up there. So whatever you want to see, make sure to subscribe, and it's all on my channel. You can get whatever you want through pretty easy to follow step-by-step tutorials. But now let's get back to completing this thing. So the carbon is still going. I might want to get some extra seeds or some better seeds. Just FYI, the plants on Aatrox give you the most organic output, so that's gonna make everything go a lot faster. I got some more carbon to send out, so this should get me another 120 points, actually 132. That's great. More carbon is on the way, and I've also got a bunch of diamonds. So right now I'm crafting some plastic and some silicone because I need to get a little bit more Resipound to match my amount of diamonds, and after that I'm gonna get 14 automatons through all of that, which will be way more than enough to complete the 3rd tier, so we can finally see the 3rd reward. And there's the last one. We can finally start crafting the Resipound that we need, so let's throw everything on there, change the recipe here. We don't want a shelter now. So we've got our Resipound. This can go straight in there, and then let me just bring over all the diamonds, which are right here. Now I can just enable output on both of these, and that's gonna get me a lot of automatons. These rockets also came back, so I can place these back in the carbon farm. And now let's just throw this on here. You can also use an auto arm to get items from your printer into the extra request platform, but there's not a bunch of them now, so I'll just place them manually because it doesn't really take that long. And that's gonna get us right to the next payload thing. And then we've got some more on this side. And do we actually need more to complete this? Let's see if my calculations were right. They rarely are. We still need just a tiny bit more points. That's not an issue. We still have a bunch of graphite over here, which will get us the graphene we need for more diamonds. And here are some rewards that we got. We've got 3 QTRTGs. That's actually great. A data circuit model A, you can find this in the world. You don't have to get them from these events. And a data circuit model C. I've got all of these collected from last year's event already. You can see it right here. The A model, the B model, and the C should be somewhere on another side. The 3 QTRTGs really are a great prize to get just randomly in the middle of the event, and this is the kind of thing that you can expect from the secret tiers as well. So here we go. This should be enough to complete the whole event. So let's send this, and now we're gonna get a 3rd tier reward, the coolest one for completing the entire 2025 limited time AMPP event. I'm really excited for this. And there it is, the diamond in the buff palette. Let's see what this looks like. This looks amazing with the new visor and the new mask. Let me take my hat off. So here's what it looks like without the hat. Oh yeah, this is amazing. And let's also try it with some different suits. This looks pretty good on the bubble suit because the visor is so big. Retro suit also looks cool. Looks like a bunch of diamonds in there. This is a really great outfit. Oh, this looks nice as well. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video where I'm gonna automate everything in this event. And in the meantime, you can go watch this video on screen right now. I've been Games for Life, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, Astroneers!